It is like you have a monument to be built where the mortar, brick, the architectural features, etc., everything has to be conceived and put in place. It is a mammoth effort.
Yes.
Nearly 3,000 team members. We toiled for 10 years. First time we have used a large liquid rocket engine for these purposes. Perfecting that in the ground, it has to be fabricated and tested in the ground. And then again, the huge tanks for containing acids and so on has to be made. And so, similarly, the propellant, we were making only 10 tons of propellant rocket. This demanded something like 150 tons propellant to be loaded for the first stage itself. Again, I mentioned about the marine steel. It's a new material which early the spelling of that. So from there we had to decipher and make it. Gyroscopes, computers, software, all this had to be done. So the synthesizing the effort of these team members, that has been the biggest challenge. Of course, first of all, the teams, so they have their own independent views and egos and all those things. But how to do the ego messaging, that's the most important thing in a program like this. Again, to see that we don't make a mistake.
Yeah.
Of course, there will be failures. We have faced a number of failures on the ground itself. But, to analyze all those things and to really find a solution, that we had to spend sleepless nights. In fact, those days, my schedule used to be something like 16 hours. One thing maybe here, our headquarters was at Valiamana. Then I had to travel to Mahendagiri or to Bangalore, Sriharikota. So travel takes a big toll.
Yeah.
Again, you have to switch your brain itself to adapt to the particular system.
Yeah.
So that is a big taxing on you. Again, when the problem comes, of course, I have learned by habit to keep the problems in office. I don't carry anything home. So 5 or 6 hours which I get home, I will sleep well. So, but remaining hours, yes, it has been really strenuous. And at the end of that, I got two things: sugar, pressure, and my first heart surgery also.
But sir, still the way it was managed in the, what you say, in the midst of a sanctions regime, like you said, everything being made from the scratch, and today it's a workhorse. So looking back, what are some of the most, what you say, sweetest and challenging moments which you can recall of PSLV?
No, see, there are several successes, but at the same time, making the third stage motor, is a very highly optimized motor with a very small deadweight fraction, using a new material called Kevlar fiber. And that Kevlar fiber has to be interfaced with metal. And both behave dramatically different. So to how to interface them? Two motors blasted on the test stand. So at the end of that, we could find some solutions. Again, surprisingly, that the solution came from an ordinary technician. The failure came because the hot gas entered between the metal and the Kevlar. Kevlar, the moment the hot gas comes, it will burn off. So this man said, we use some seal in the pressure cooker, can we think of that? So he suggested that, and of course other engineers took on the design from that and so on. So there were several instances in which, right at the working level, we get such ideas. So it look around for sparks. Even in the computer, when some problem comes, electromagnetic interference, then people make innovation, how to make the ferrite core. Today you can buy off the shelf something and put there. Those days nothing was there. You had to look for a ferrite core, then wind it over that and so on, so forth. But the major challenge was this huge propellant blocks to be made. When you make that thing, there is a possibility of cracks or voids coming back. That can lead to an explosion in the motor. So first of all, a vacuum casting facility in which it is perfect. again, to have the radiography, neutron radiography with a huge amount of power is required. Again, those machines were not available. TAFR and barcode together, they developed a machine for us, which is the hospitals, what you are having a small version of that.
Nuclear medicine.
Power level wise as well as size wise. So that was established there to see that the propellant blocks are perfect, polysynthesis and so on. Again, propellant mixing, there's a oxidizer and fuel has to be put together, and they had to be ground to a paste of consistent nature.
Okay.
It is like almost like bread making. That machine, kneader, which is used, is a non-sparking thing.
Okay.
It has to come from USA. They denied to supply us.
Oh.
Finally, our engineers, they worked with HMT and made those machines here.
Okay.
A host of machines were lined up, and that was used for this purpose.
Okay.
Then, of course, the liquid rocket engines, it was initially we made Nabiran and his team, they made the Vikas engine here. Okay. It's almost similar to the French engine, which is being flown in Ariane. But we didn't have our test facility. So we had to take it to France in their test facility and test it. But you won't believe me, the first test itself was 100% success. And then over evening tea, when we were chatting, the French expert said, it is almost, of course, it was in Kola. We served a French fries there. You make French fries very well. Then Nambi said, yes, Vikas engine also. So that's the way, we perfected the thing. Every detail we had to absorb, then innovate and see that it is done here. And we did not have any major industries, Godrej, and they were making equipments for sugar mill and other things like that. So we went there, convinced them that you can make it, and then using those machines, these rocket parts were made. There is some factory, MTR in Bangalore, Hyderabad. They made all these intricate parts required for turbopump in the cryogenic engine and so on.
Okay.
So we had to absorb the what you call facilities which are scattered around the country, and then see that the various things are made and finally put together. And here again, the Mahendagiri test facility is almost like a huge chemical plant.
Okay.
On the one side there's a propellant tons, hundreds of tons being loaded. Other side oxidizer. If they come together, there will be an explosion which will burn up the entire village.
Okay.
So we had to have safety features, monitoring system, and then the computer commanded control systems and so on. Again, from drawing board onwards, we had to start these things. Of course, wherever possible industries help is available, we try to make use of them. But the entire concept to the realization is done by the ISRO team. And that's why I said about more than 3,000 people have been working directly with us. An equal number from industries and academic institutions. They were part of this. So, we did not have the internet or WhatsApp and all those in those days. Everything goes by either fax or mail and things like that only. And telephones, it takes ages before you can get connected. So, in spite of all those limitations, our boys have done it. So that is a real challenge.